Hello, everybody. Welcome to Geeks and Degenerates. If you're new here, I am Enzo. This is my forever co-host, John. Today, we talk about the Shazam 2 Flash third DC movie this year. Wow, that's a lot of DC movies this year, and we still have Aquaman to look forward to. Were you excited for Blue Beetle?
No,
Really?
no, it wasn't.
Not even
Oh,
with
wait.
solo
Look at
Warren.
the fucking track record.
Not even
Look, I
with
love. Huh?
Not even with solo Warren Wenya. That's a mouthful. As Blue Beetle.
No, look, I love him in Cobra Kai, but look at the track record when it comes to DC movies. As you said, what was his name again?
Shazam.
Shazam, Flash, Blue Beetle, and now we're getting Aquaman. Already 3 strikes and you're out, but we're still getting one more. But yeah, no, I wasn't excited for this one because I was like, oh, okay, cool. It's a new universe. It's gonna be like a whole new Batman. It's a whole new Superman. It's a whole new thing. That part, I was like, okay, so they could fix things, but we've been waiting for them to fix things
Since 2016.
ever since we waited for them to fix things, and I'm like, okay, I don't know. I wasn't excited for this one. I had my expectations low, and thank God I did.
I was excited because I like Zolo, and like if you're in the Philippines, I don't know which version you watch, but in the Philippines, the voice for the Scarab is Inka Magnaya. In the US, I think it's Becky G. So I'm like, oh, cool, represent Philippines, nice. And
I think
like,
I got Becky G.
and then I watched this movie. I was like, thank God my expectations were low, because I don't know what I was gonna do if they were super high. Because I came in being like, all right, new universe, let's get it on with. Came up being like, why can't they just pump the brakes for until Superman? I don't understand this.
I don't know either. Holy shit, this movie was so weird. I'm like, I love the suit.
Yeah.
The suit's fucking great. Like, that is comic accurate suit.
Yeah.
Keep that. If you're gonna keep this guy in the universe and you're gonna hopefully make Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, and Aquaman carry the majority of it, keep Blue Beetle around. I want to see him like be the Spider-Man of the group,
Yeah.
the newbie. That's fine with me.
James Gunn confirmed that the actors carrying over from the other universe are Zolo, Viola Davis, and John Cena, and that's about it.
Who was John? Where was John Cena? Right.
Yeah, Peacemaker. Yeah.
Sorry, that shit was so good. I forgot it was DC.
But yeah, like I do like the family dynamic. To be honest, I do like his chemistry with his family. It reminds me of Miss Marvel. I like the scene when he's arriving and he turns to the guy like, "How do I look?" He's like, "You look like you're in debt, like 6 figures." He's like, "You're not wrong."
that shit was good. Because it's so true. I do like it that he studied in Gotham for law, too. I was like, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
You poor bastard. Wait. Hold on. I was like, you dormed in Gotham?
It's like, what's that noise? Ah, fuck, Joker's at it again. Shit.
Right? But yeah, he goes back home, and one thing I'm actually happy about is that they didn't make Mexico orange.
Yeah, they kind of pull Michael Pena's character. We're like, hey, welcome back, Javier. We have no family business. Sorry, Javier. Jaime. We have no family business. Dad got a heart attack. We're still poor. But you're back. You like your tacos? He's like, what?
Yeah, we're getting kicked out of the house. I'm like, yeah, he pretty much gets like, oh shit, I gotta get a job. Just wait in 5 years.
Yeah.
We're gonna be swimming in it. And then we get this scene where he's like in front of a mansion. He's looking over, and then like, yeah, he made it. No, he didn't. He's just working for another rich person. The most boring ass fucking villain. Holy shit. I'm sorry. She was so one-dimensional. It was painful.
To be honest,
I love the actress.
Susan Sarandon. I don't remember any of their names as characters. To be honest.
Neither do I.
But he does meet through Susan Sarandon. They do meet the daughter of Ted Kord, his best friend, and like,
Oh my god. I'm sorry. She was just. Well, I can't blame the actress. I can't blame the actors or actresses in this one. but they're all just written so horribly. Like the only person with character here
It's Jaime.
was the suit. Yeah, sure, him. And maybe a bit of the uncle.
Oh, George Lopez. I
Yeah,
like
yeah.
him.
He was a tad bit annoying, but
But they're fired because Jaime's sister took a shit. They're like, you can't do that here. Can you just?
yeah, and he also kind of stood up to his own boss.
Yeah.
And I was like, if only it was that easy to get a millionaire girlfriend. Like,
And then he goes to the daughter and he's like, "Can I have a job?" She's like, "Sure, come here tomorrow. I'll give you something."
yeah, here's my number.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Right.
no calling card, no business card or anything. No, just here's my number.
And then the next.
I don't know what was the daughter's plan. I don't know why she's so sneaky, hidey when like you clearly own the business.
Yeah.
And then like, okay, the scene that he like comes in, he's like, okay, I got the job. And or sorry, I'm gonna get the job. I'm gonna talk to this girl and she's gonna give me a job finally.
Yeah.
Something that I can put my degree into. She like stole the scarab, and then she's like sneaking and hiding as if they are after her specifically.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit, this shit's intense. And then she gives the thing to Jaime, and then she's like, just walk. Here's your first job. Take this, protect it with your life, and just get out of here. And then she commands the guards as if they don't know shit. And I was like, then why were you hiding? If the guards didn't know anything that you were the culprit, why were you going like, you know?
Why are you acting sus?
Why are you acting so sus when clearly nobody is the
It's working
wiser?
for you. Anyway.
I was like, what? Okay, cool. Again, I don't blame the actors and the actresses. It's a screenwriting. It's fine.
And then Jaime goes back to his family. He's like, I have Borgere. And Borgere turns out to be the Blue Beetle suit. And like,
It turns out to be Scarab, and Scarab goes to his face, and then goes into his butt, and then goes into his back.
And then they go through the roof. And like, well, from my end, I do like the chemistry between Solo and Inca. And you're like, I buy this as like, kind of like Tony Stark and Jarvis. And like, thank God the voice and the suit has character. Otherwise, I'm like, another fault of DC. Why is everything so bad inside?
I am not a fan of the PS2 or first Xbox Halo 1 hub that he has in his like visor.
Yeah.
Not a big fan of that. That shit was an eyesore. I was like, oh.
Yeah, like the rest of the suit, you're like, that's impressive. Jesus.
Yeah, and then you see the inside, like what he sees. I'm like, I'm ready to throw up. What the fuck is that?
Yeah.
This is like 2001 effects. Like you see, like the hub. You have like his health bar on the side, and I was like, "Fuck is this?"
Even on the outside of the suit, you see it like emoting. Like when he cuts the bus, he's just like, Rick, that's pretty good. And then you go back inside, he's like,
Yeah, right. But yeah,
and then they go back.
the poor Bentley, but like, yeah, it was
And
whatever.
then they call back the girl, and he's like, "This is not Borgere. You lied to me." She's like, "I'm sorry. We can go back and fix the suit." And they go back to where it's after hours, and they think it's scary, but they're interrupted by Carfax, another uninspired villain. You're like, "Oh, cool. It's like Ironmonger with
Yeah, I
less
was gonna
character."
say, him like, remember when he had the suit and then he started to like lift off?
Yeah.
And I was like, they could have gotten that stock like sound from Iron Man 1.
It's not anymore. Tony Stark built this in a cave. It's generic villain number 2. You're like, oh,
Yeah.
man. And they fight. Like the fight between him and Carfax. I'm like, I'm really getting flashbacks of Iron Man 1. I seriously am.
I mean, the first fight was very Whiplash in Iron Man 2. Remember when he like when he was like, "Arr," and then like it starts to like build up to his like arms and shit.
Where is?
I was like, yeah, that's very Iron Man 2.
Where's my buttered Jaime? He's like, what?
Board. I want my board.
But yeah, after that, they go back and Jaime realizes like, oh, the scarab controls what I do. Cool. I need to get this stuff. And then, what happens here? They go to the girl's dad's place, Ted Cord's place. And then they build. I must be missing something, but I can't really remember for the life.
No. So when they find out that like the scarab's like, oh shit, it's a weapon, and then he goes chasing after like the girl, and he finds her sneaking around again. I don't know what for. Like okay, no, because the next time we see her, she's like hiding behind cars, as if she's like sleuthing.
Yeah.
And I was like, what's she doing? And then the guys are like, oh, we're after her. Why? Because she stole the scarab. How'd you find out?
And then
okay. But yeah, they get her, and then the Tacoma gets shot, and then his uncle gets mad. I think that was the only highlight because it was funny.
Yeah.
Like, he threw a shoe at Jaime, and I was like, ha.
And then they go to Ted Cord's place to get the thing removed, but they do build chemistry with Jaime and Rich Girl, and there's this moment where she's talking about her dead mom.
Chemistry?
They're trying.
What chemistry?
They're trying. I do like the moment when George Lopez comes in, he's like, what's going on? She's like, nothing. And then Jaime's like, her mom died. She's like, what?
Again, they try to interject like comedy in there, but like it's not working.
Yeah.
You can tell that I really hate this movie. Because I was watching it, I was like, I could be watching something else. But yeah, I feel bad for you because you paid for that shit.
Yes. Could have gone for Turtles that day, but I chose this because I'm like, you know what? I'll give DC one more chance.
You had a poll. You motherfucker, you had a poll on Instagram. We all voted for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and you went for fucking Blue Beetle anyway.
Cause like
you're an absolute idiot.
To be fair, half the polls said Blue Beetle as well. So I'm like, you know what?
Bullshit! Nobody picks Blue Beetle.
They did. At least 5 people.
Yeah. Whoever picked those aren't your friends.
But main point is, if you remove the scarab, you die, or you have to be dead to remove it. Like, that's a problem.
And then, Jaime has an existential crisis. Oh Lord! Again, not the actors or actresses. But I was like, oh shit! I need a moment right now. I need to walk. And then the guy's like, I know where he's gonna be. How? This is our first time in this fucking mansion. What do you mean you know where he's gonna be?
Then he gets a pep talk from George Lopez, and then they see the villain's aircraft, and like, oh shit.
Pep talk.
He's going up.
It was the saddest fucking pep talk ever. We familia. Yeah, I heard that from every fucking Fast and Furious except for Tokyo Drift.
And they're like, hold on. They're like, oh shit, he's going after our family, so Jaime has to rescue them. But in the midst of that, their dad gets a second heart attack, and like for me at least, I was like, oh, this movie's trying to pull on heartstrings. It kind of works because you're like, you feel bad for the family because they're already been through so much. And it's like, oh no, not the dad, fuck. And like, I don't know, it feels like 2 movies where it's like a family drama, where you're like, I'm invested in this family, and then here comes this lame superhero movie where like, I'm not totally invested in any of this.
May I be honest? I'm not invested in any. I'm sorry, I found the family annoying as well.
How dare you? You have
no. I like family dynamics. I get it that they're like, oh, here's a theme. This girl didn't have a family. This guy does. And he's the main character, and he has superpowers, and it's surrounded by family. I was like, why? Like, why is the family involved? Anyway.
I mean, Black Adam had a family involved, and you're just like, that's pretty bad.
Yeah, because... Wait, what do you mean Black Adam?
the kid and the mom that came out of nowhere in Black Adam. And you're like, why are you here?
Right, yeah.
You don't
Yeah,
even remember.
Black Adam's shit as well. What are you talking about? The only thing cool about Black Adam. What's his name again? The guy from Mamma Mia.
Ah, Dr. Faith?
Yeah,
Pierce
he's the only
Brosnan.
cool guy there.
And we're going back to Blue Beetle. Jaime is captured to give Carifex more power. And then the family, it's up to the family to rescue them. And then you find out that Abuelita Lola, what's her last name? Jaime? Abuelita Reyes used to be some guerrilla fighter. And you're like, cool? Question mark? Big question mark?
I'm sorry, I kind of saw it coming as well. Like, I know the way she looked at the guns, I was like, okay, yeah, there's gonna be like a whole, yep, she used to fight in like when post-communist, like some Hispanic state, wherever she was from. Well, like, that's all I was gonna get. I was like, all right.
Yeah. You do get this funny scene with the Blue Beetle mobile killing a lot of people. Like, I like how
Oh yeah.
establishing like Jaime's like,
Okay.
I don't kill, period. But his family's like, crush the guy again. You're like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. I would say the fight scenes are cool though.
Yeah.
The fight scenes are way fucking better. The CGI is not that bad. When Jaime does fight the guys or like the SWAT teams, it is actually really solid, and especially when he fights
Carifex.
a Hispanic guy from Tron.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah. Anyway, like those are fine. Question though. So like, yeah, Jaime's captured. The family's like, we're gonna get him back. I was like, cool. We're gonna use the tools of the old Blue Beetle. I was like, cool. By the way, I love the suit. But the thing is, they're like, all right, rescue mission. It's like, sick. Who do we send? Grandma. I'm like just her? Not gonna lie, that shit was badass though, because they're like, they just sent Grandma alone, and she was like, I'll take care of it. And I was like, okay. And she does waste some fools, so I was like,
That's cool.
okay.
They do free Jaime. He's rescued by the scientist. He's like, my name is, insert Hispanic name here. Again, these characters are pretty forgettable. And then
In my opinion, he wasn't. I feel bad because, like, for sure, the dude was a nice guy, but like, they didn't give him enough.
to make me care for that moment of like, okay.
Yeah, he was just the token Hispanic dude.
Yeah. But yeah, the Blue Beetle escaping, I was like, oh cool. At least the action's pretty decent. Like him just wasting fools of like, oh, thought you didn't kill. I guess you're going the Batman method of like, I don't kill. I just make you wish you were dead. Like, oh, okay, sure, thanks,
Alright.
Jaime. And then he fights Serafax again, where he finally lets the suit take over, and like he's getting cocky, and like the suit's like, "Don't get over your head, kid," or something like that. Again, I do like, well, again from my end, from the Philippine end, I do like Inca's and Solo's chemistry. And how did Becky G do on your end? Did you like their chemistry?
I didn't notice.
Didn't notice.
I didn't notice the fact. I don't know. Yeah, the fight between him and was kind of cool.
Yeah.
But I just, because then they're like, oh, let's have that Avatar moment where you see my memories, and you're like, oh, sympathy. Mom died in a bombing. I was like, cool. Are they friends now?
I guess so.
Like, sure, that's a solid like backstory for a villain. I was like, woo. But why were you working for the person who killed your mom for like God knows how many years? You look old as fuck.
I don't know, but he does drag her, and then he does self-destruct, and then we get, well, for me, there's a touching moment where the grandma, because before the grandma's like, we can't cry about dad now, we have to fight. Then when they're united, she's like, alright, we can cry now, and we're like, oh, again, this movie is making me confused. So
Hey,
confused.
dude. Uh,
You didn't? I definitely felt though. You didn't?
no.
Nah.
I was like, oh, thank God it's over.
You can see who's the more emotional being. I'm kidding. No, I don't know. I was very confused. Like, do I cry? Do I be bored? Do I get out of this fucking theater? Because I wasted money?
Yeah.
Hindsight is very useful because now I realize if I can go back in time, I would have chosen TMNT, to be honest.
Oh man, I feel like you don't need to go back in time. Okay. Could have
Just,
just made a wiser choice.
I could have. Anyway, the girl pays to rebuild their house, and then they have a thing, and then his mom's like, "Oh my God, Jaime has a crush." You're like, "Yeah, he's had the crush this entire movie." All right, and then we get the end credit scene of like Ted Cord being like, "I'm still alive," and like, again, if you know the comics, you're like, "Oh cool, Booster Gold's coming soon,"
And I was like, uh,
and you're like, "I guess this movie's over." What a way to beginning a new universe, not with a bang, but with a. I'm sorry. And we still have. God, we still have one more DC movie. Why? I guess just
can we not do it? Can we just not do it?
yeah. You and I definitely won't do it on release because I refuse to spend any more money on DC this year.
Yeah.
Because they already got me with Flash and this one. I thank God I didn't spend money for Shazam too. But we're really running out of energy too. What would you rate Blue Beetle?
It's just 4 out of 10. Absolute dog shit movie. I hated it. Oh God, it was so ass. Like, the only redeeming part about it was the CGI is way better compared to like the Flash.
Flash?
The suit is really fucking good. The guy who plays Jaime, for sure, he's good. He's a great Jaime. Holy shit! I hated this. I really did. The family dynamic, in my opinion, was a little forced. And I was like, all right. I don't know. Like the villain's forgettable. The other guy is pretty much a cut and copy paste of Ironmonger, and a little bit of Whiplash. I'm like, all right. And his backstory doesn't justify why they become friends. I'm like, all right. I don't know. You could have made this movie really cool because he finally fixed your CGI and your how you do your costumes. But now you got to fix the writing. Oh well, Noel, it's a 4 out of 10. Sorry, guys.
I will.
Not sorry.
Do I bump this up? Do I feel like bumping it up? You know what? Yeah, I'll give this a 5. It's a very average movie.
I say that's too generous.
It's just that's about it. I like Solo, I like Inca, and I like the chemistry. I wonder if they'll continue the trend of getting Pinoy voiceovers to do the voice of the Scarab as time goes by. Who knows? Maybe they'll just think with Inca on this one. It's a shame they never made her go, please keep all your handbags in the storage compartment. Like, because she is the voice of Pal, so you're like, oh.
Yeah.
Or like, please fasten your seatbelts. And I was like, what fucking seatbelts? There's none! But no, Solo is literally gonna need therapy for his back because he did carry this movie for me. And like, he is gonna be one of the regulars of the new James Gunn universe. And even though it's not off to the best start, I hope he's a regular because I like him as Blue Beetle. And hopefully we get to see him with the new Batman and Superman, because it'd be a total waste if you just throw him away. But yeah, it's not the best movie. It's not trash in my opinion. It isn't John's. It's again fucking DC being like, can you just pump the brakes on this universe until we get Superman? God, Superman has a lot of pressure on him, because if that doesn't work, I think DC's done for life making movies or shared universe movies. Oh, you froze. Oh, you're back. uh, but like, yeah, they should just stick to making Jokers and Batmans and maybe standalone Superman movies. If Superman, Superman Rebirth, or yeah, Rebirth doesn't happen, or go according to plan. Anyway, anything else you want to say about Blue Beetle?
No.
Anyway, if you like our content, please like our video, subscribe to the channel, and ding the bell icon to get notified of when we upload next. We're also on Spotify and TikTok. TikTok to see our best and funniest moments. Spotify to hear us on the go. Individually, they can find you where?
You can find me at JohnJ_ on Instagram. It is my Arctic account.
And that's a wrap on us doing DC content for this year at least. With the new DC content, I mean. But yeah, we'll see you on the next one. Bye, everybody.
Ciao. Get your shit together, DC. Jesus Christ.